Yes, sir.
The Phantom Patriot fights to protect American liberty from the socialist schemes of the New World Order. Yet, even a real-life superhero needs his downtime. So, join the Scourge of Bohemian Grove and his extraterrestrial co-host as they present The Phantom Patriots Retro Cinema.
Welcome to the Outpost, fellow Patriots. I see you got your invitation. If you were a fan of Commander USA's groovy movies or Mystery Science Theater 3000, you'll like today's show. Hold on. How did this get in here? Let's put this trash where it belongs. Congress needs to man up and repeal this insurance scam. Then we can talk about impeachment. Although they allowed Bush Jr. to stay in office for 8 years, and look at all the damage the neocons caused.
Here we go again. Can we get on with the show? Or are you going to preach about how the establishment is conspiring with space aliens to take over the world?
You'll have to excuse my co-host. He's not from around here.
Greetings, Earthlings. Take me to your casino. Ha ha ha.
Fellow humans, this is Ganek, an Elvis enthusiast from the planet Memphis 3.
Help me, Captain America. I'm trapped in the Tesseract, and I can't walk out. We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Hey, don't be hating on the king, PP.
I should have never allowed you to talk me into installing that CD player in your life support unit.
Perhaps we should explain to the viewers how we found ourselves in this unique situation.
You think? Cue the flashback.
2 months ago, I arrived in Area 51 with a team of Memphissian explorers. The humans at the base told us tales of a city called Las Vegas where the king once held court. I wished to see this wondrous metropolis for myself, but my team leader had forbidden any unauthorized sightseeing.
So you went AWOL, stole the saucer, and tried to make a Vegas run.
I borrowed the spacecraft and attempted to conduct a reconnaissance mission.
Whatever. Either way, you were a medic, not a pilot. So you ended up crashing your ship near the outpost.
Yes, I admit it, PP. When you found me, the saucer was totaled, and my body was crushed under the debris. I'm eternally grateful that you were able to follow my instructions and save my head by constructing this life support unit from spare parts.
Lucky for you, Ganek, that I'm not your typical xenophobic redneck.
No, not typical at all. I truly enjoy your efforts to entertain me with human popular culture.
It's the least I can do until we find a way to get you back home.
What will you be showing me today?
Today's feature is the first episode of the classic 1958 British TV show, William Tell.
Is this program based on the medieval earthling who shot assholes with a crossbow?
Apple. He shot an apple off his son's head with a crossbow.
Why would Tell do that? Was the apple worm infested?
No. The tyrant Gessler forced Tell to do it because he refused to bow down to Gessler's hat on a pole.
Hat on a pole? What kind of bizarre-facing statement is that?
Just watch the show, and he's a member of the advanced species.
Come away with William Tell, come away to the land he loved so well. What a day when the apple fell for Tell in Switzerland. Come away to the mountainside, look down to the pass where the tyrants ride. Bid a bow, and down they go for Tell in Switzerland. Hurry on, there's a dungeon cell. Hurry on, there's a noose as well. But we'll escape from the jaws of hell for Tell in Switzerland.
Here you are, Willie. Look! Come on, Willie, come on. Mother, men are coming up the valley.
Well, who are they?
I don't know. They don't carry swords.
Swords?
They don't walk like ordinary men, but in a straight line, like geese.
They're soldiers.
I've never seen soldiers before.
Quickly, run and tell your father.
Come on, Willie.
Here, everyone. There are soldiers in the village.
Who are they? Where do they come from?
Austrians, perhaps. They may be looking for trouble, and since they'll have swords, we must be ready to surprise them.
Good people of Bergland know we come here in peace, as friends.
Then why do you come with swords?
To help you, to protect you.
To protect us? From what?
Uri is a small state, and if you'll forgive me, an unimportant one. But the pass from the North countries into Italy goes through the center of your land. Unable to protect yourselves, you're a temptation to any unscrupulous power which wishes to dominate the pass. Therefore, as friendly neighbors, it is our duty to protect you.
We thank you, but we can do without your help.
You bare your head when you talk to an Austrian officer.
We've lived as free men, without wars, for 100 years.
What's your name?
William Tell.
I can see you'll have to teach you your manners. How can you protect yourself from uncivilized people that know nothing of the art of war?
We can always learn.
You don't have to. We're prepared to fight for you. But we want something in return. You must feed and clothe our garrison and, of course, pay taxes to the Emperor.
We have no emperor.
You have now. You're all subjects of His Majesty King Rudolph of Habsburg, Holy Roman Emperor. From the people of this hamlet, we shall require every month 5 oxen, 6 barrels of wine, 10 sacks of grain, 100 gallons of milk, 20 yards of broadcloth, 5 score of eggs, 6 cheeses.
Here's your first payment, Austrian.
I'll make you sorry for this. After him, I got you, you fool! You don't let him escape! Come on, escape! What's doing? Get off and take your hands out when you're doing it!
I thank you for your offer of help, Austrian, but as you can see, we can defend ourselves. Now, down the slope, all of you. The last man down gets this boat in his back.
We'll be back. You'll have our protection whether you want it or not.
Bare your head when you talk to a free man of your age.
They won't be back in a hurry.
Don't you believe it? To have reached this far, they must have overrun the whole valley. Look, I'll go down to Oldorf and see your father.
I'll come with you.
No, you'll stay here.
But you said you'd take me to see Grandfather next time you went.
If there's any trouble, he'll only be in your way.
I won't. I'll help.
I'll take you next time.
But he promised. I can't take you this time, Willie. I didn't promise. Go home.
Stop there, you cannot pass.
You speaking to me?
You're not allowed to travel while your country's in danger of invasion.
Oh, there's no fear of that. We've already been invaded.
Now get off this bridge, you've got no right here.
Well, you think of no one who has more, right? This bridge was built by my father. I helped to carry the stones.
Unsling that bow, you're not allowed to carry arms.
You need have no fear. We are a civilized people. Our arms are for hunting, not for bullying our neighbors.
Where is that dog? Walter!
I saw him stalking his father down the valley.
So you let them walk in and take over?
What would you have done? Thrown eggs at them?
We at least put up a fight.
A childish prank. They'll burn your village to the ground for your trouble.
Better to lose our homes than our country.
We're not the only ones who were taken by surprise. In the last week, they have also marched into Schweiz, so don't about it. The only chance is for us 3 states to join in a concerted uprising.
What? Schweiz und Walden and Uri, bury the hatchet.
What's a quarrel between friends? We must act at once while we're still at liberty to quarrel. The Austrians are already building forts in our valley.
To protect us from our enemies.
Once they are up, we shall never regain our freedom.
Walter, what are you doing here?
I came to see Grandfather. Willie, you bad dog. I told you to stay at home. There are soldiers down in the square, Grandfather. They're putting a hat on a pole.
I feared it. They're doing this everywhere to get labor to build their forts. They make laws that our people cannot obey, then they punish them by condemning them to slave labor.
They've turned everyone off the streets. Why the hat on the pole?
It is the hat of their emperor. They have decreed that when our men pass it, they must kneel before it, so acknowledging that they are vassals of the empire.
What? Kneel to a hat?
Of course they refuse.
Judge, first they've set the hat up.
The soldiers have cleared the square.
We can't get down to the gates to warn our men. They're coming home from the fields now.
They'll never bow to the hat.
They'll send them away as slaves.
Don't let the boy follow me.
William, where are you going?
To church.
Hand! The hat! The hat!
On your knees. Pay homage to your master, the Emperor. Arrest these men. So you acknowledge your master?
Iniquitatis observaveris Domine Domine, quis sostenebit.
Oh, Frederick. New draft of laborers is needed to hasten the building of the West Fortress. How many prisoners did you make today?
We made none, Lamberger Gessler.
Oh. Then they knelt to the hat.
No, my lord, not to it, but before it.
What riddles are these men?
As they stood in front of the hat, my lord, a priest appeared bearing a holy relic of St. Bernard. Of course, they knelt to it. My soldiers as well.
But how ingenious. I suppose you have no idea who planned this.
I have, my lord. A peasant of Berglund named William Tell.
Oh, yes. An excellent shot with a crossbow.
The same, my lord.
Where is he now?
In the house of Judge First.
Bring him here instantly. And the judge as well.
Yes, my lord.
Guard! Assemble whatever prisoners we have in the cells. Have them chained for traveling.
But what chance have we of withstanding the armies of the Empire?
As 3 states standing alone, we are lost. But as states united...
And with our knowledge of the mountains, we can put up a fight for our freedom. We must summon a secret meeting right away of the leading men of Schweiz and Unterwalde.
It is not too late if we act at once.
We must travel by the high passes.
Father, soldiers are crossing the square.
The Austrian must have recognized me. Quick, by the door that leads to the alleyway.
Thank you for answering my summons so speedily. You will please attire yourself in your robes of office.
I know of no case to be tried today, my lord.
We shall see. Attire yourself, Judge First. Guard, help the judge into his robe. Well, Frederick, I would see your archer friend.
Yes, my lord. Bring William Tell.
Bring William Tell! By what authority do you arrest me and bring me here?
By my authority as governor of the state of Uri.
We have no governor. Our country is governed by a free assembly of the people. We were given our freedom by the emperor in the time of my grandfather.
That is true. But my master, King Rudolph, is now the emperor, and he has decreed that you become his vassals once again. In return, he gives you his protection.
Well, that's kind of him. But we can do without his help.
Nevertheless, you have it. William Tell, it is the duty of all the Emperor's vassals to prove their loyalty. It is customary to kneel before His Highness's hat. A purely symbolical gesture, of course, but one that must be observed.
An empty gesture to an empty hat.
Down on your knees.
I wouldn't kneel even if the Emperor's empty head were in it.
That is treason. Now I'm ready for the judge.
Judge First.
Judge First!
Your worship, this man William Tell stands charged with treason.
Of treason to the state of Uri?
With treason to the Emperor.
Our law knows no such treason.
Your law is now our law. If you'll not administer it, I'll soon find a judge who will.
You will not find one man in Uri.
Then I shall have to undertake the task myself.
You cannot preside in this court without the vote of the people.
I am presiding. And I have power to see that my judgment is obeyed. Leave him, guards. Come here, boy. What's your name?
Walter Tell.
Then this man is your father.
Yes,
I hear that he's a great archer.
he's the best in the world.
Is he now? I hear that he can shoot the hat off a man's head at 100 paces.
He could have shot him through the head if he had wanted to.
Then it's fortunate that he restrained himself. I should like to see an exhibition of this man's skill. Frederick, a crossbow.
Yes, my lord.
Give me your little paw. You like apples? No, you mustn't eat it. Yet. Come, William Tell. Now, count out 100 paces. Go on. Is the boat to your liking?
It will do.
Is that 100 paces?
Yes!
Place the apple on your head. Do as I say. Place it on your head. Now we'll see if you're as great a marksman as they say.
On guard.
Fire a bolt through the apple.
And risk my son's life to amuse you.
I am accustomed to being obeyed.
We are not Austrians.
Strike the apple from the boy's head, and I promise that you shall both go free. We shall have to teach you people discipline. You must learn that our word is law. Hit the apple, and I promise that you both go free. Miss it, or refuse to fire, and you both die. You can take your choice.
Shoot, Father. I'm not afraid.
A great shot.
I knew you could do it.
There is one thing I would like you to tell me. Why did you conceal an arrow in your shirt?
You have promised us our freedom.
I have promised.
If I killed my son, I would have killed you too.
I promised you your freedom in respect of your crime against the Emperor. There is now another crime to be considered. You have confessed that you planned to murder one of His Majesty's high officers. The penalty is imprisonment for life.
So much for an Austrian promise.
You need not think that the rest of your days will be wasted. You shall help to build the defenses of your country.
If I lift one stone, it will be to smash an Austrian head!
He can join the rest of the draft. Take him away.
I can't refuse. They'll kill me.
Come on! Come on! Here, you're a willing worker! Fritz, stand clear. Get up! Now get against the wall. Get on your feet. Get up there. Get against the wall. Take their swords. Back into the courthouse. Now, Lamberger, Gessler, we're going for a little walk to the town gates.
You won't escape. I've sent for Bowman.
If they fire one bolt, you're a dead man. To the gates, Lamberger.
Oh, let me go! Let me go!
Lift the doors off their hinges.
Good luck. If you should escape, we meet our neighbors at Lucerne 4 nights from now.
I'll be there. Now, lad, one go in front as a shield, one to guard our backs, and we're on our way.
Close the gates, you fools!
We're trapped.
William! William!
Over there!
They're out of arrows! Come on! Come on!
Oh, William Tell. This is a good omen. I never thought to see you again. Oh, you're just in time to take the oath with our friends from Schwitz and Unterwalden. They are agreed to stand by us to the death. States United.
States United.
Well, now that we are united, our new land must have a name.
Name it Unterwalden. We are the greatest of the forest states.
The greatest of scoundrels. At least let us have an honest name.
Like Urania, I suppose.
Well, what's the matter with that? We men of Uri have always...
Call our confederation after a pack of bandits? What do you say, man of Schwitz?
What can be better than Switzerland?
Switzerland. Who ever heard of such a name?
How dare you insult my country?
Hold! You must remember that we are States United under solemn oath. We're friends.
Friends? Well, call it what you will. Call it even Switzerland if you must.
Follow on at the leader's heel with a thrust of a pike and a crash of steel. Follow on with the fight till the tyrants reel for tell. and Switzerland. Give 'em 1 for the day they plant the grain. Give 'em 2 for the night that Fritz was slain. Give 'em 3, give 'em 4, and the right one more for tale. And Switzerland, the shepherd's crook, the reaping hook, a tank, and on a warlike look. With blade we beaten from the plough, we reap a harvest now. Come away with William Tell. Come away to the land he loved so well. Fit a boat, be a boat, and away we go for Tell and Switzerland.
So how did you like William Tell, Gnick?
Quite the folk hero, PP. Apparently those Habsburg Austrians were tyrants long before that Hitler person came into power.
I read somewhere that Arnold Schwarzenegger might be related to the Habsburgs.
Wasn't his father a Nazi?
Yes, he was. And the ex-governor is also a Bohemian Club member.
I guess you could say that the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Ha, ha, ha.
Speaking of apples, wouldn't it be cool if we could reenact that crossbow shot right here?
But whose head would you put the apple on?
Who do you think?
Oh,
Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your best
just for the record, I never agreed to this reenactment.
Relax, buddy. I was a marksmanship instructor in the Marines.
How long ago was that?
About 30 years ago?
30 years ago? Your skills may have deteriorated since then.
Hold still, Gnick.
But I'm all shook up.
Enough with the Elvis references. See, Gnick, you're still breathing. Nothing to worry about.
But what if your arrow had punctured my atmosphere regulator cube?
Not likely. I made that cube from your saucer's windshield. That Memphissian glass should be unbreakable.
Need I remind you that the windshield shattered when I crashed?
Then obviously your planet needs to really improve their manufacturing standards.
My planet? At least our space program wasn't started by Nazi scientists, unlike NASA.
Point taken. But weren't the Nazis experimenting with flying saucer prototypes before the end of the war? I wonder where that technology came from.
It's a big universe out there. That knowledge could have been passed on from several species. I've heard that reptoids will sell their own hatchlings for a bag of weed.
That sounds like a topic for another day. So thanks for joining us, fellow patriots. And remember, freedom is in your hands. Don't drop it.
Cue the saxophone solo.
Intended, our hero soon is apprehended with that Patriot in Sharpie written boldly across his shirt.
Meanwhile, in his cavernous lair overlooking Las Vegas, the Masonic mastermind, known as Illuminus, formulates his evil scheme.
So, the Phantom Patriot has acquired a Memphisian house guest. This does not bode well for the sons of Saturn. Who knows what archonic secrets that alien buffoon might reveal? The Patriots' protests have been a minor annoyance, but this demands my full attention. I will destroy this constitutionalist who dares to oppose the globalist agenda of my overlord, Harry Reid.
Mother.
Serenity now. World domination later. Beware, Phantom Patriot. Your freedom-loving days are numbered. So swears Illuminus.